Every morning, I was doing the same thing. Wake up, grab my phone, open LinkedIn, scroll through my inbox looking for good news. Did someone reply? Did that prospect finally say yes? Is there a new lead? I was addicted to finding a dopamine hit in my LinkedIn inbox, and it was destroying my business. Here's what I see with over 200 tech consultants that I've worked with. You're spending your best mental energy on the lowest value activity. The first hour of your day, when you're the sharpest, you're burning it scrolling through messages from people who will never buy. That's right, never buy. You're chasing the high of a warm reply, and you're avoiding the hard work that actually grows your business. The pattern? You've turned LinkedIn outreach into a slot machine. Pull the lever, check the inbox, hope for a win. And just like a slot machine, the house wins most of the time. So, what do most consultants try? They try to be more disciplined. I'll only check twice a day. I'll batch my responses. I'll set a timer. That's backwards. You can't out-discipline an addiction. You have to remove the trigger. I didn't have a discipline problem. I had a system problem. My inbox was the center of my sales process. So, of course, I checked it constantly. Let me tell you what I changed. I said to my team, I want to get off this drug. Here's what we built. First, we automated the entire outreach sequence. Connection request goes out automatically. First message, second message, newsletter, invite, all automated. Second, we set a rule if someone replies to something specific, like I need help, it gets tasked to me in my CRM. If they don't reply, the automation handles it. They get invited to my newsletter, and the newsletter does the heavy lifting from there. Third, and this is the key, I stopped opening my LinkedIn inbox entirely. Not less often, no, not at all. Now I only see my messages when my team tasks me to go in and check them, when somebody is actually ready to have a real conversation with me. Here's what happened. I got my mornings back. The first hour, now I spend it on content, on strategy, on client work that actually compounds. My newsletter started converting better because I was actually focused on making it valuable. And the weirdest part, I didn't lose any deals because the people who were ready to buy, they still got through. The people who were never going to buy, I stopped wasting hours on them. Here's what most consultants can't see from the inside of their business. You think you're doing outreach. You're not. You're feeding an addiction that feels productive. Every scroll, every refresh, every just checking in message. It's not sales, it's avoidance. You're avoiding the who decision. Who should you actually be targeting? You're avoiding the what decision. What should you be selling them? And you're filling that gap with inbox busy work because busy work feels safer than decisions. I had a call last week with Simon. He runs a Zoho consulting business, getting lots of inbound, closing deals, which is brilliant, and also his newsletter is converting at 50% open rates. But he was still glued to the LinkedIn drug machine, still doing manual outreach, still checking his inbox every morning. And I asked him simply why. And he said, I don't know. I guess I just can't help it. Sound familiar? Here's what I told him. Get your assistant to run the sequence. First message sends them to your newsletter. You only get involved when someone says something specific. Otherwise, you never see the inbox. He said, that will actually help me out of there too. And that is exactly the purpose. You don't need more discipline. You need to remove the trigger. Here's the decision most consultants won't make. They won't trust the system to do what they're doing manually. They think, but what if I miss something? You're already missing something. You're missing the strategic work. You're missing the content that builds authority. You're missing the focus in landing bigger deals, all because you're addicted to checking the small wins in your inbox. So here's the question. Are you going to keep pulling the slot machine lever? Or are you ready to build a system that works without you starting at your LinkedIn? If you want to help build this kind of system for your consulting business, head over to paulhigginsmentoring.com to learn more. What's your key takeaway from today? I'd love to hear. Want weekly insights on who to target and what to sell? Join my newsletter at paulhigginsmentoring.com/newsletter and share this with another tech consultant ready to escape the project grind.